So every startup, every startup, first of all, it's born with an idea. So a great person thinks about an idea. The founder who gets an idea, maybe once he gets up from his sleep, or he's talking to some people, or he's brainstorming something, and then he gets an idea, and then he thinks, oh, I need to do something with this idea, right? And then he thinks, okay, now this idea, what is the business model? I should think about this idea and how I should make a business model, and I should create a proper business model which will help the company to grow and also help the vision of the idea, what I'm trying to do, and how I can help using that idea. So that is how the business model is thought around the idea. And once the business model is thought around the idea, what you do is that you actually create a value proposition for your business model. You try to create a value proposition, and then you say that, okay, this is my idea, this is my business model, and I think by doing this value and this proposition, I think my product or my services or my company or whatever I'm trying to do, I think it should reach out to so many people, or it can reach out to so many causes it can take care of, or whatever you're doing. And that is how it would help to take care of the value proposition. And then you find out that, okay, where is the target audience, which is the target audience I should target for my business, and those target audience is what you will look for, you will plan for, you will market for those target audience, and you will think around that. And that then you also define a goal. If it is a product, you will say that this product needs to be reached to so many people, so many thing across the country, across the state, across the continent, whatever is your goal. Or if it's a services industry, you will say that, okay, my team will grow from 5 to 50 to 500 to 1000 to 5000 to 10,000. If you're talking about revenue, you will say 1 million, 5 million, 10 million, 100 million, 1 billion, whatever is that, right? And that is how an idea is finally thought over it, and finally you decide that a goal is established, and you say, oh great, now I know the goal. And that is how a startup is born. I think most of the founders in this session, whatever you have, you are founder of whatever type of company, I think you'll somewhere agree that this is how the whole thought process works, and this is how you finally say, great, now I know my goal, now I need to register and I need to start working on it. I hope you agree on this lines. So that is how a startup is born. Now, when a startup is born, right, what happens? And guys, please feel free to ask any queries in between if you want, because I will be going with the flow. And if you have any queries, feel free to ping or ask me. Okay. Right. So when a startup is born, obviously you have a lot of thoughts in your mind. Some people might have a great vision to take the startup to a different level, and you have different visions, and you have different people join in this whole journey, and that is how you start growing it, right? So let me move on from this. Now, journey of a company. Now, journey of a company is that when you're a startup, from startup to becoming a company or becoming a big firm and a big multinational company, generally what you do is that you try to define a goal. It's like you want to run a marathon. You want to run a marathon of 21 kilometers or 42 kilometers. You cannot run it in one go. So what you will do is that you will break that into different goals. You will say that first I will start participating in 3-kilometer marathon and try to win that. Then I will try to practice and get into 5-kilometer marathon. Then I will get into 10 kilometer. Then I will get into 21 kilometer, and then so on. Same is the journey of the company. And in the journey of the company, what you do that you know where you are starting. You know what is your start point, right? So what you do is that you know there is a start point. Now, generally, you should know you have a finish goal, but generally there is no finish for a company because it's a journey. It's not a start and end story. It keeps on growing, or it keeps on building. That is why evolving. That is why it is a journey. So what you do is that you have a start point, and then you define, okay, this is my goal. You will say that, okay, I'm just giving with an revenue example here, but it can be with anything. It can be with your product. It can be with your reaching to different customers. It can be with your, if you're doing, trying to help some cause, maybe helping so many people in so much time. So it can be anything. I'm just defining it and trying to give an example with revenue so that it becomes easier for you to understand. And I'm just keeping it very basic. I'm not going to talk a lot of technology or a lot of great things so that you get confused. See, everything is basic. If your basics are correct, you will define the right roadmap for your company, and I'm sure that you will succeed in growing your company. So you have a start point. Now you define that what is your goal. Now suppose you are a company with maybe just 10 lakh revenue. Now you start defining your goal, that you will say that at least I want to become a 1 crore company. That is my first goal. Or if a company is there with a 1 million currently, they will define that, okay, I want to become a 10 million first. That is my first goal. But somewhere in the back of the mind, you should also have the long-term vision, exactly what you want to do. You want to become a 100 million company, you want to become a 1 billion company, you want to be one of the best companies in India, you want to reach out across around the world. Whatever is the vision, because that is what the founder has. And accordingly, he should break it up. And then what you will do is you will define a goal. So what? Let me just close this. So you will define a goal and you will say that, okay, let me reach this goal. Now, any goal when you define, now, as I told you, first, you have never got up early morning, 6 o'clock and did a walk also. And you are thinking of participating in a marathon and getting participating in 42-kilometer marathon, because you got an idea that if I do a 42-kilometer marathon, my health will be fit and I would be the healthiest person, and it will take care of my health, and health is wealth. So obviously you will think that, okay, let me do it. But then for that, you will first think of, okay, let me have a goal. First, let me start getting up regularly and doing a 2-kilometer walk first. Then I will start running. Then I will start participating, all those type, right? So here you are defining a goal. Now, when you're defining a goal, now this is your company and you have defined a goal. Suppose your company is starting and you have a 10 lakh or 1 lakh revenue. And now you're saying that, okay, you want to become a 1 crore company. I'm just giving an example. Again, if you take an example that, okay, suppose if you are in Nagpur now and if you want to travel from Nagpur to Kerala. Now, when you're traveling from Nagpur to Kerala and someone told you that, okay, from Nagpur to Kerala, you need to travel and you need to reach Kerala on 3rd day. Okay, so if you're traveling on 5th of March, then I think on 8th of March, you should be in Kerala. That is your goal, because we are going to meet in the Kerala, and then let us see how things will follow. Now, this is your vision, this is your goal. Now, how you will plan the goal? What you will do is that you will think a couple of things. From Nagpur to Kerala, first you will plan what is the route, how you will go, what mechanism you will do to reach there, how much budget you have. Accordingly, you will decide what you will what route you will follow and how you will go and how you will reach. But end of the day, the goal is that by 3rd day you should reach. So when you have a start point, when you have a goal, what happens is that you have a path. Now you have a path and you know exactly, I have to reach from start to goal and I have to use this path. You know the path, that this is the path I want to go to reach that goal, right? Now there are different modes of transport to reach that goal. I can go by walk. If I go by walk, I think it may take, I don't know, 10 days, 15 days, 20 days, or 30 days to reach that goal. You may reach that goal, but you may be delayed. Time to market may be is currently important. So if you are delayed, you are gone out of the market. So maybe there is a problem there. So you need to think. You may say, okay, let me think that I may use a 2-wheeler to reach that goal. Yeah, that's also great. But with 2-wheeler, maybe again, you may reach a bit faster than walking, and you may reach before, but I don't know whether you will be able to reach at the goal as per your timeline or as per your vision. You need to really think over it. Can I reach there as per that? I may use a 3-wheeler also. I have a 3-wheeler. I'll try to use a 3-wheeler and go to that goal. You can go. But again, when you use a 3-wheeler and you want to go, you have some limitations there. You know that only 3 people can travel. You know there are challenges in that. But as you grow, as you get into the goal, a lot of more people will join and a lot of more things will happen. So you need to really think over how the mode of transport needs to be selected. You can go by a 4-wheeler also. Again, 4-wheeler might be much better, much comfortable, but it has its own restrictions, own constraints, and it will reach in a particular time. But then you know that you have to do some other work also and you need to reach faster. So finally, and you have a good budget and you are thinking from a long-term vision and you want to be the first to reach there, and you may select a flight and that may reach fast. So this is a simple concept from reaching from start to goal. And these are the modes of transport, what we call, which you select when you want to move from start to goal. Technology is nothing but same. If I want to grow my company from start to a goal or to a number or to a vision, obviously I need to select the right technology platforms which would help me grow in that area. Now it's up to you to decide which platform to select when, and based on what vision and based on what budget you have, and how you should do, so that all the manual interventions are not required, and you have a system in place, you have a platform in place, and a lot of your business is driven through that platform. And that is how like here we have selected modes of transport. In business, we select the technology platform or the right technology that we need to use, or we may use multiple platforms or multiple technologies in that journey, because you know that from this journey to the X journey to Y journey, I think I may need so many things, and you need to really put in all those into black and white points, and then you need to think about, okay, this is how I would like to go ahead, and that is how you will do it. So all these are nothing but modes of transport. Similarly, when you're running a company, you have different technologies which are nothing but different modes of transport. Now it's up to you how you will use the best technology to reach the goal, and what is the best thing that you need to take care, right? So that is how any questions in this? It is a simple basic logic I have told, no rocket science in that, but this is how even technologies are decided. This is how even we decide technology when we were growing companies, or even now when I talk to a lot of startup founders, I tell them that, okay, think about your vision, think about your budget, then think how much the returns you will get from that technology, and accordingly you invest in the technology and grow. Is it clear? Any queries till now, guys? Anything?
No, sir.
Can I move ahead?
Yes, please.
Perfect. Thank you. So now steps to achieve the goal. Now, any goal when you define, you need to have steps. So you need to think, you need to analyze, you need to plan, try, do again, keep on doing. Success. Then only you will get success. So anything when you decide, you need to check what you are doing, you need to check what you're implementing, you need to check if that implementation is perfect, you need to check if that implementation is taking care of whatever load you want, you need to check if that is the right way of doing it, and you need to keep on changing. So even technology keeps on evolving, so you need to keep on upgrading your technologies, need to keep on changing the technologies. And as you reach the goal, obviously you need to keep on doing this in a recursive mode, and that is how you will reach to the success point. So, and in general, even in your regular success point, these are the basic steps that you need to do, and that is how you will reach the goal. Now, industries that generally startup service. So most of the founders in this forum, whoever are attending, they would be part of one of this industry. So you have different domains, the biggest industry sectors like healthcare, you might be having finance and banking, retail and e-commerce, education, manufacturing, agriculture and farming, energy and utilities, transportation and logistics, telecommunication, hospitality and tourism, government and public sector. Most of the startups will somewhere get aligned to one of these mechanisms or one of these industries. Most of the startups, either their product or their service or whatever they are trying to do, will somewhere get aligned to one of these domains, and that is how the startup services are aligned. I hope you agree to this. Let me move on. Now, technologies to achieve the goal. Now, as I have shown you the different industries, if you see with examples around the Google and all those, so medical industry, healthcare industry, people used to think that it cannot go online, but COVID made it online. So during COVID, most of the medical industries got into online mode. Everything was happening online. So advisory was happening online. Consulting was happening online. Nobody has even thought that it can happen online. They want OPD always, but the OPD started going online, right? Many things went online. So the medical industry went online. So any business you're trying to do in the medical industry, it can be of any product you're trying to do, it can be of any medicine you're trying to research, it can be of any product for medical industry you are working on R&D. it has to be online. Some platform needs to be there to sell that. Some platform needs to be there to support that. Some platform needs to be there to help the customer. Some platform needs to be there to train the people. Some platform needs to be there to address their concerns. Some platform needs to be there to talk about how it needs to be taken care. So you need a digital platform to do that, right? So technology is must. Now, fitness has become and one of the most important thing in life now, and everyone is focused towards fitness. And if you see health and fitness, there are a lot of digital apps which are there to help you ensure that your fitness is correct, your weight loss programs are there, you are healthy and fit, your programs are there. So all startups who are aligned to health and fitness related domain, you have to have an app in place, you have to have an online digital presence. If you have to reach out to people, you cannot reach out to people without having those things in place. So for healthcare and fitness, obviously the technologies are required to reach. Online shopping is there across. So anything that you're trying to sell, online shopping is important, or e-commerce platform is important. If you are a founder with trying to sell any product, any service, anything, you need to have a platform which would help you to sell, or you need to reach out to those marketplace places where you can partner them and you can try to sell your products. It can be food related items, it can be any personal things that you are making from crafts, or you're trying to create some items which are in the agriculture field, you're trying to create some items in the farming field, you need to sell it. Now, the one good thing that has happened after COVID is that the digital transformation and digital presence is so much that even a person sitting in somewhere in a small place can sell it around the world. Which is a great thing, and that is how technologies has helped people to reach out. I remember when we were in school or college days, even internet was not there. We were never knowing what is happening in Bombay, Pune, or any other cities, right? Now it's you sitting in any small place, a small town, a four-tier, five-tier city, or a small village. They know everything because of the communication and the digital presence. So that is how it is improving. So whatever thing you are trying to do, the technology is very important. Now you need to think your business model and where it fits in, and accordingly you need to decide. Again, an example of the future, which is a self-driving car. Again, technologies are, we are talking about battery cars, we are talking about hydrogen cars, we are talking about self-driving cars also. So each business is going to kill the other business, but technology is keeping on, is evolving, right? And everyone will say when the technology comes that it will take the jobs of others, but generally it doesn't happen, because the people are trained into different technologies, the new ones, and they actually start learning new things and using it in a new way. Factory for the future is nothing but automation and things in place. That is how the whole automated factory mode is coming up, where everything is using IoT, AI, planning, everything can be done through factories. So that is the factory of the future. So digital presence is there. Then if I talk about energy and utilities, which is again very important, in energy and utilities, you will see all the renewable energies, the regular energies, the all type of energies you can see using the digital or the technology, the latest technologies, they are getting transformed and they are getting sold into different areas, and volume is getting increased because of that. So for any business, any domain you're working, technology is must. This is an example of an agriculture and farming where drones are being used for seeding and sowing seeds and all those things, and also monitoring the whole thing. So technology is being used in the right way, in the right field. Internet banking, again, most of you know, because now this is an old story, but banking, the whole banking industry is now through digital, right? Everything is happening digital. 20 years back, 30 years back, you have to go and stand in the lane and try to get your amount deposited or withdrawn, or even for putting a check, you need to go there and do. Now nothing is required. Everything happens through mobile app. Everything happens at your home. Even people have stopped visiting after the COVID thing. People have stopped visiting the ATM also, because no need of taking cash also. You just need a mobile to travel, and you have everything to pay using mobile. You don't need any cash. Most of the people don't carry cash, at least. Other than emergency cases. Online education, again, after COVID, you have seen that online education has grown rapidly and all type of education has been exposed to everyone around the world. So you got an exposure, you can do courses from India, sitting in India, around the world, in US and all other areas. One of the case, as I did my course of the valuation during the COVID period only, when before that, it was a course where it was like you need to be a residential course and you have to come there for 1 month and stay. And because of that, last 3 years I was following with him and I was not able to participate. But COVID gave me that opportunity and they told that because of COVID, we are making it online and you can join. And that is how I joined that course. So I'm just trying to tell you that how the opportunities come when you are digitally transformed or when you have a digital presence. So if at all any founders are there here who are non-technical, who think that digital presence is not important, it's not that. Digital presence will help you grow your business. But only thing is you need to decide what needs to be taken care. This is transportation, supply and logistic area. This is the future, IoT, AI, ML, where you want to use, how you want to use, how you will do it. That is what. So the basic thought in explaining this was that you need to know exactly what technology to use and you need to have a digital presence, you need to have transformation, you need to have your platforms in the right way so that technologies, it should help you achieve the goals. Now, this is a very basic example which I have put it here again for the non-technical people. So technical people, if they are there, if any technology founders are there, see, please ignore, this is not for you. And I'll just take 2 minutes. So generally for non-technical people, for any software, e-commerce software or any application that you build to manage your systems, any inventory software, anything through web-based software, whatever you do, this is the basic 3-tier architecture. You have a user, a front end, you have a middle tier end, and you have a back end, which is a database. And in databases, you can list down any database, you can Google it out and put it. I'll just put some samples here, open source softwares and Oracle as one of the software. Middle tier is something like all the business logic, what type of business you are doing, what type of logic is required, all that is put in the middle tier. And user front end is like your laptop, your browsers, your mobile, anything, from wherever you're using a browser, all those are your front ends, all scripting, HTML, everything goes there. So you need to have a system like this in place to take care of, you run the business, either you create your system or you buy a system or you get into a platform, but you should have an access to the system through the browsers so that you can grow it. So this is just for knowledge and information. Latest technology landscapes to achieve the goal. Now, as the technology keeps on evolving, a lot of new things are happening. So I just thought of putting some thought process around it. So you will know what is going to happen now. You see, cloud computing has totally changed the story. And after COVID, though, it's gone grown like anything. Everyone is moving to cloud because a lot of dependencies have been reduced and all that. So I'll talk about it. Cloud computing, then Internet of Things. We have been talking about Internet of Things from last 7-8 years, but now I think it is picking up. Artificial intelligence and machine learning, we are talking about it now. It will pick up slowly. It is on the mode of picking up and slowly it will go. I think now as ChatGPT is out, so you know the importance of artificial intelligence and machine learning. I don't have to say much. If any of you are not using it, you can use it and see the power of it. It's really great. We have done it. Luckily I got an opportunity to implement AI and ML when I was with IBM, and I have used IBM Watson for implementing the production support related. So whatever documentations or tickets we used to create for 5 years or 8 years for banking applications, we have used all those tickets and put it into IBM Watson through our AI tool. And that is how we created a system where earlier 150 people used to support that whole team. After this implementation, only 30 people were required to do the whole thing, because whatever ticket used to come, it used to go and tell that this type of ticket is solved like this, and this is the solution, and this is what you need to do. So it will give everything. So you don't have to worry at all. And that is how you need to follow. So your optimization and utilization happens. But obviously those people were trained into some other areas and they were transformed into new technologies. So that is how, and then this is about RPA. Yeah. So RPA and blockchain. So these are the top 5 latest technology landscape which are actually going to disrupt the market, which are already started. So again, those people who are in the startups, in any business angle, any mode, you should really think your whatever startup you are, what type of thing you need to really implement in from the long run perspective, because these are the disruptions and these are going to change the business models. Let me get into some more detail, just not detail, but just an idea to you. Cloud computing, I think cloud computing is used because it helps you to increase your efficiency. Earlier, 20 years back, 15 years back, you need to have your own servers, you need to have your own data centers, you need to have your own network support administrator, you need to have a person to continuously monitor it, you need to ensure that any space related challenges happen in new hard disk needs to be mounted, unmounted, all those things needs to be done. And it was a 24/7 job. After cloud computing, I think it's not required. It's all done automatic. So efficiency, speed, quality, flexible and cost-effective infrastructure monitoring. So it's all flexible, it's cost-effective. You can define your levels by that level. By as the level ranges, the disks will be automatically mounted. As the level ranges, the RAMs will be automatically mounted. As the level ranges, you will get more CPUs. Whatever is required, you can do through cloud computing. And it is also helped in scalability. So it's online, it's scalable, it's very easy. So if I am growing my business, I used to think that I have only 200 customers, and it went to 2 million customers. If it was an old strategy, I need to really think of bringing some hardware and install and put it in place. I don't have to think now. It's like I need to just tell that you need to scale it up because my user base is increasing, and it will take care of it. You need to pay, but it is not going to save it is going to save your time, even though if you pay. But in older days, you need to ship a server, install a server, then change it, then move it. It used to take 15 days, 1 month to do all the setup, and by that time the business will have a major impact. Now that is not required, or you need to think at least 10 times ahead of the things to plan the things properly. Those are all gone. Some of the key players who are doing in cloud computing, you all know this, I just put it for reference: Amazon, Microsoft Azure, Google Cloud, and there are a lot of other also. I just put the top ones here just for. Even Snowflake is one of the cloud which is upcoming, coming up with a very big bang, and it is taking care of all the data projects into cloud, and a very good model. We have used it. It's an excellent model. So these are some of the things. And so you need to think what type of business you are doing, what type of startup is there. You need to really go for cloud computing. Is it going to increase the volume? It is going to increase the user base. It is going to increase my hardware capacity. Then you should think about it. That's artificial intelligence and machine learning. It helps in achieving process efficiency because you have all the data points. You know exactly, you ask the question and it will give you the answer. So your process, you have all the processes in place. It will take care of it. It is used in healthcare, it is used in marketing, it is used in finance currently. Most of these places, they are used because you have the repetitive things happening here and you have the right steps and data points for this. And that is how the same thing can be taken care. And for management, it has become, the decision making has become very easy because you know exactly when to take the decision, what decision to take, because you get all the slice and dice of the thing, and that is how you try to use it. Some of the tools again, TensorFlow, IBM Watson, PyTorch. They are some of the tools which are used for implementing this type of solutions. Again, in your area, if you feel you are into some support area, you are into some repetitive task related area, or you are into some place where the manual repetition is there, or your process is there, the process is very good, you can think about this from the long run perspective. IoT, Internet of Things. It's real-time monitoring. So Internet of Things has changed the factory plant management thing. Everything is online. Factories can be managed sitting at home through an URL. Right? We have created systems for customers in Israel and other areas where we have created a virtual monitoring system where the whole plant, I can actually log into the URL and I can see in this plant there are 20 machines. In this 20 machines, this is the utilization going on. In this machine, I need to add more people. In this machine, I need to add more raw material. I can do it online. Just click, 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 and material will get added there. I need to check, okay, this machine is getting defective. I need to shut down the machine. I can shut it down. I can move that machine to the load to the other machine just online. So IoT has changed the life and it is getting implemented in all the places. So real-time monitoring is one of the things. Control, because you have a better control with real-time monitoring. Again, healthcare, manufacturing, and energy sector. These are some of the areas where IoT is being used drastically. And process automation is also there. Wherever process automation is there, IoT can be used specifically. And some of the tools, again, those people who provide cloud services, they also provide IoT services. So AWS IoT, Azure IoT, Google IoT platform, and there are many open source also which you can look at. Robotic process automation. Now, again, this is an very important tools which are, there are a lot of tools in the market, but this is a very important area where whatever regular manual process that you need to do, you can actually change it into robots, and robots can do it for you. It will cut your cost drastically because you don't need people to do that. The robot is going to do it for you. So again, healthcare industry, finance industry, customer service, it is drastically used, and efficiency improves a lot. You have seen chatbots. Now, most of the sites, they have chatbots. Earlier, chatbots were not there. Now, most of the places you have IVRs where everything is automated, and even WhatsApp chatbots are there where you just ask them. There is no need of any person. You ask anything, it is speeded in such a way that you get all the answers there, whatever is required. Even ticket cancellation, ticket booking, web check-in, everything can be done through that. Right? Customer service, your finance related, banking applications are there, banking chatbots are there, healthcare applications are there, healthcare chatbots are there. It will ask you about your problems. It will tell you what this is, what you can do. Everything is there, and it is improving. Obviously, it is getting streamlined and it is getting improved. And in your processes, wherever you have a regular process, you can use RPAs, and it is very, very interesting tool. Automation Anywhere, IBM Blue Prism, and UiPath. So I was lucky to use IBM Blue Prism and UiPath both in a couple of projects. We have used that in our companies, and it has helped us drastically to reduce the whole manual intervention, and everything was done on an automated way. So it is again very, very important. Blockchain, you have heard about it a lot. Blockchain is the future in the longer run. And you have heard about Bitcoin, you have heard about all the digital currencies which is coming up, and we always say that blockchain is going to help us save the things from getting into a problem, help the things from making it more secure, and cheating will be less, and all those we talk about. But blockchain needs to be implemented. So it is the most secure thing. It will make it efficient and effective. Supply chain, finance, and record keeping is currently where blockchain is drastically used to ensure that the data is secured and things are taken care. Ethereum and Hyperledger, just some examples for blockchain technologies which can be implemented for the respective. There are many. If you list it down, you can go and do an R&D and decide. Again, if your business is something where you are talking about IP, you're talking about secure things, you're thinking that it needs to be very, very secure and it is distributed across, you can think of implementing blockchain. But again, it's up to you to first decide what technology and how you're trying to do. So I think, guys, that's all from my end. As I told you, I'll not take much time, but I think this was just to give you all an idea about where the world is going towards in different technologies, and how as a founder, because you are the owner of your car, you are the owner of your transport, and you need to know which transport you need to finally decide. Similarly, as a founder, you are the person who are driving the car for your company. You need to know which transport or which technology needs to be used for taking the company to the desired goal or the vision. And I think, and I know, I always say that founders are the most courageous people, and I know you people can take this decision very well. So I think you can take all the required help and see where you fall into in these areas and decide accordingly and get into technology. But there is no second question on that. Technology is must. Technology has to be there. Digital transformation has to be there. You need to have technology implemented in your service, product, whatever you're trying to sell. Without that, you will not be able to grow in the future, because these are all different technologies coming and disrupting the whole world. But you should use it in the right way, and you should earn out of it. That's what I can say. That's all, guys. Thank you very much for your time. I think, yeah, Shri, I think that's all from mine. Any questions anyone has? I think I have.
Thank you, sir. Any questions, anyone? You can raise your hands and then you can.
Anyone, please feel free to ask questions. Just going back. So this is about me again, once just to put for your reference, that's all. So I think that's all from me, Shri. I think if you don't have any, yeah, Omar Parvez, I think you have a question. Yeah, please go ahead.
In fact, what you said makes a lot of sense. And I was just thinking about, so one of the thing is, rather than second guessing what's the best platform, it makes sense to have that dialogue with somebody to kind of have a sense check of whether we're evaluating the right thing or not.
Correct.
Right. So I was wondering if at any point we could, if you're the person and if you have time, probably do some sense check and at least guide us in that area, that you can say, let's say, among the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, look at 1 or 2, and these are probably few things that you can look at. So a very broad thing which helps focus, and then you can do the deep dive.
Correct. Yeah, Omar, rightly said. So what I personally feel is that, because when you are in the start of your journey, it is always better to analyze, put down all the things that you really want to reach to, and then check for reaching that, what are the platforms available, who have used these platforms, and have how many feedbacks you can get from your network, or from even from Google, or even ChatGPT will give you all the networks now, all the feedbacks now. It's much easier for you. So you can look there, and then you can collate all those information and then discuss with anyone. You can reach out to me also, you can reach out to Deepak also, or anyone, and they can guide you the right person, and accordingly we can help you. That is not a problem.
That would be very helpful if that's possible.
Yeah. Anyone else, please? Any other questions or anything?
Any other questions?
I think Bipin has raised the hand.
Yeah.
Yes.
Am I audible?
Yeah, Bipin, you're audible. Please go.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you so much for this interesting presentation. I'm from Nepal, and we are currently working on the flood, actually on flood issues. Okay. So in our work, we also use a lot of the technologies that you mentioned, like the real-time flood measurement, the real-time water level measurement, the real-time rainfall measurement.
Great.
So that because these stations are installed in remote areas, but the IoT technologies and the SIM card and telecommunication technologies, they transfer the message and shows us, the level of water or the level of rainfall in a real time. And we are also using many like the Python scripts for automations for this data, like the data classification and, making all the graphs and all. So yeah, at some point we are actually using these tools, and thank you so much for mentioning this. It felt like you were talking about the things that we are doing right now. So
great. Yeah. Thank you, Bipin, for sharing that you are using it. I think it really helps all others to understand that, yeah, these things are getting used, and technology is important in your business when you are doing the business.
Yes.
Thank you very much for sharing.
Thank you.
Anyone else, please? Anyone else? If you have any other queries before, I think we close, because it's already 5, so my time is done. So anyone else? So I think it's done. So Shri, I think it's done. So again, once again, thank you to everyone for your patience, and have a great day or a great weekend. So thank you very much for that. And
thank you so much, sir. It was a really...
Thank you. Okay, thank you. Bye-bye.
Sure, sir. Thank you for your time, sir. It was a really, really good session. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank you, sir. So guys, we will be having polls. We have 2 polls left now. So we'll be having the poll for the Sumesh sir poll first, and then we'll go to the before poll. Just give me a second.